Police Deputy Minister and the National Police Commissioner will engage the community of Jukulyn in Soshanguve after the residents appealed for intervention by the minister following an increase in violent crime. 4 people, including a 14-year-old and her uncle, were murdered in what seemed to be a hit. Senior reporter Ofentse Setimo is following the story in Soshanguve. Thank you so much for your time, Ofentse. So take me through what has happened so far this morning in your engagements with community members.
Thank you very much. Well, I can tell you that, most of the community members feel quite a respite, if I may put it for lack of a better word, as they've been calling for the intervention of, the authoritative figures within the SAPS, as they've been saying that, criminality in this particular area has been quite rampant for quite some time. And in fact, some are actually suspicious of the timing, saying that, because the elections are actually just around the corner, this can be one of those quick electioneering ploys, whereas immediately after the 29th of May, the politicians are actually just going to disappear into the thick of night like thieves in the night. But I'm actually joined now by some of the community patrollers to actually elaborate a bit further on some of the criminality that they witness in this particular area and as to whether they're actually winning in the fight. As you know that there is a satellite police station that has actually been opened in this particular area because the Rietgat police station, which is the precinct that police, where it actually police, they were actually overwhelmed by some of the criminality, whereas some areas were deemed no-go areas. I'm joined now by Thabo Moketi to actually elaborate a bit further on some of those challenges. Thabo, thank you so much for your time out. Can you just tell us about the level of criminality that actually happens and how you guys are actually trying to deal with this? I know you're under-resourced, as they use high-caliber weapons in the commission of such crimes.
Thank you. My name is Thabo Moketi. I'm from the community patrollers on the community side, not from the CPF. We are not the same and we are not one. That must be clarified. There are patrollers from the community and there's the CPF. The CPF works at our local schools. We, the community patrollers, we work around our household, around our residential places. We are the ones who guard our places day and night. Yeah? And the level of crime in Jukulyn it's very high. It's very, 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 very high. Jukulyn is very dangerous. In all the places and locations in townships that are based in Pretoria, Jukulyn is the high-ranking and the #1 dangerous place. And I don't think the Minister of Police will ever step into this territory of ours, this dangerous territory of ours, Jukulyn, in a comfortable way. I don't think so. Yeah. So we as the community, we dare him to set foot here. We want to see what will happen.
Yeah. What kind of criminality actually thrives in this particular area? Like we know about, delivery vans being targeted. We know about, Facebook market where they would pose to be selling something. And once someone comes to buy, then they pounce on them and actually take their belongings and also their money. Can you just tell us about the level of criminality as to whether GBV, I know also about, businesses that are actually being held at ransom, whereas they actually have to pay a protection fee. Just tell us about those kinds of crimes that actually happen.
We have construction mafias here who demand certain percentages from constructions and development projects. We have house breakings, we have rape. We have gang versus gang fighting for territory here. Yeah, we have many different, and criminals are creative. When you start to pounce on them on one side, they start to be creative and create another loophole where they can terrorize the community and make a living out of. So we have many different crimes that happen in Jukulyn.
Yes. Yeah. And can you just tell us about some of the challenges you guys as the community, I understand that you are volunteers being funded by community members and it's not funded by the state. What are some of the challenges that you face, especially, getting into a gunfight whereas maybe you might have a baton or something like that?
We are unarmed. Our only way and source of surviving and making it alive the next day is that rule #1 as a community patroller. It's not us against the criminals. It's us against the state. The state is the problem. The politicians are the ones who are causing each and every chaos in our community. We, the community patrollers, from time to time, we engage with our brothers, the ones that are feared amongst the community. We do sit down with them and we try to engage with them. Please stop this and stop that. We try to find ways of how they can stop what they're doing. And when coming to funding, we are not funded by any state department. We are funded by our own community. Each and every month, they pop out. Each and every house pops out 50 rands. That's where we buy each and every material that we need for working, for paying our patrollers. And I have Mr. Hlongwane here and Ma Hlongwane. They are one of the community members that fund us. They go all out. This family and this couple, it goes all out, more than 50 rands. That's what we want South Africa to see and appreciate such people. We are here and alive and still working because of them.
Thank you so much. Well, as you can hear, that's one of the patrollers, Mr. Thabo Moketi. I'll try and bring in Ma Hlongwane to actually elaborate on. Can you just tell us what kind of intervention would you like to see, especially because the Deputy Minister is here and the National Police Commissioner is also here? Can you just tell us what would you like to see them do in order to tackle this issue of crime? Because I understand some of the families are actually relocating to much more safer places as they can't stand some of the level of criminality in this area.
Se nka ratang go se bona ka gore ba tlile mo ke gore ba re thuse thata mo Jukulyn. Rena re ntsha from our own pocket gore re thuse ma patroller ba khono gore tlhokomela boshiu. So he ba ka re tlisetsa maphodisa ama enough gore ba patrole boshiu le montshehare. Ene le bona ba fe di resources, ba fe maphodisa di resources gore ba khono re tlhokomela. So and then le bana ba rena ba ditsotsi ba aba phumule that thing ya hore wa bona mo ho nyaka mmereko ba re formo ela ireng ho na le criminal record a o kre mmereko ba iphumule bana ba hire ba o ka re ba ka tsena ka Jukulyn ba bitsa bana bo botlhe ba ditsotsi ba re mmereko shu re nya go bona re as from today le tlo irang ka re le file mmereko shu. So ke nka leboa thata he ba katla ba fa bana ba mmereko ba phumula le yona e ya hore when you have a criminal record about here kar bana ba bang ba rutehile aba kre mebereko and then ba ira crime. Yes.
Ne ke buisana le sepodisi ba tlhalosa hore ho butswi a satellite police station about 7 kilometers from Moreleng emo. E ka tswa e editse difference since ba ibutsi that satellite police station because ba re read khate ne imelwa e palla ko tackle issue ya crime mo Jukulyn.
O kare itla thusa mara nna ke itsa shinki ke ibone bar 7 kilos ke from mo a ke tsore ke ko mo kae nna ke nna hona mo DP a ke so ibone. So if iteng itla thusa and then le maphodisa le bona he o ba thusa ba botsa motho gore wena ko wena o rileng so akere so gwa tshwana community a ono re ka thusa maphodisa ra rata hore bana ba rena ba tlwele botsotsi mara go tshwarisa ngwana hao ba o botsa re mma hao ke ena rileng so ra rata go ba thusa maphodisa mara ba mo ba thusege ba botsa yena perpetrator hore ke mketa rileng so o lasta wa ibona
Well, as you can hear, the issue of unemployment is raised yet again by some of the community members actually appealing to government to erase, the policy where after you've committed crime, then they say, no, you will definitely not be employed. They're saying that if, the employment agencies can come here and recruit some of the people behind the criminality, then the level of crime in this area would actually go down. And they're also saying that, if police can be well resourced and visible in this particular area, there will definitely be a reduction in the level of criminality here in Jukulyn. We are expecting the Deputy Minister of Police and the National Police Commissioner any minute now to actually come and address the community and maybe come up with a way forward that will actually tackle some of the criminality that has been, challenging some of the residents of here in Jukulyn. And with that, it's back to studio.
Ofentse, thank you so much for your time, and we'll catch up with him a little bit later on.